Resolution on the clerk's desk.
On third and final passes, AR 91, sponsored by Solomon Caputo, expresses sentiment of the General Assembly that application for equivalency to seniority regulations by the State District Superintendent of Newark School District is an attempt to usurp authority of the legislature.
Assemblyman Caputo.
Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move the resolution.
Thank you. Assemblyman Caputo moves the resolution. Assemblyman Weber.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On the resolution,
Certainly.
as I understand it, this resolution has been introduced recently to address the issue of the Newark public school system, which, as I understand it, has about 3,800 teachers in it. And the superintendent in Newark has decided that there needs to be approximately 1,000 teachers laid off of that 3,800, a substantial percentage of the workforce in Newark. And I want to rise to commend the sponsor for his defense of the prerogatives of this body. The superintendent has had to file a waiver application with the Department of Education to be allowed to do the layoffs in a way that takes into account the performance of those teachers, which, as I understand it, the sponsor thinks contradicts a law that is on the books that requires that superintendents in that situation only make layoff decisions on the basis of seniority. And I actually support the superintendent's application for a waiver. I think when we look at this issue, we have to think about what's best for the children in the Newark public school system. And it seems to me that one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, about a child's education, especially K through 12, is the quality of the teacher they have. And to base a policy of layoffs on strictly how long a teacher has been teaching, rather than how well they teach our students, seems to me to be insane. If we're going to get rid of 30% of the workforce in the public school system in Newark, why don't we keep the best and the brightest, the most effective teachers to teach our students, rather than just keep those who have been there the longest. If you think that we need a legislative fix to this, join us. Join me. I've got a bill that allows superintendents to make firing and hiring decisions based on effectiveness, not length of service. And if you think seniority is important, as I do, have it then be a tiebreaker. If there are two very effective teachers and one's been there longer, well, then maybe seniority should play a role. But to say that we have an outstanding teacher who's been there only 5 years, who has to be laid off when we have a teacher who might be there for 30 years and has lost his fastball or isn't as effective, seems to me to be doing a disservice to the taxpayers, but most importantly, to the students of Newark. So, again, I commend the sponsor for thinking about the prerogatives of this body. I hope that we all consider the prerogatives of this body when other branches incur on them, not just the executive, but the judiciary, when we're talking about school funding and housing and other issues. But I think in order to encourage excellence in our public schools, excellence in the Newark public school system, I would encourage my colleagues today to vote no on this resolution. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.